It started like any other televised debate, but within minutes it would ignite the internet, shift public opinion, and forever alter how two very different icons, Karoline Leavitt and Robert De Niro, were perceived by millions. The debate was scheduled for prime time on a major network, billed as a conversation between generations. It was an attempt to bridge the divide between old Hollywood and rising political voices. On one end sat Robert De Niro, legendary actor, unapologetic critic of conservative politics, and a man known for his bluntness. On the other sat Karoline, livid, a rising political star in her early 30s, known for her sharp tongue, fierce convictions, and unshakable poise under pressure. The moment the cameras rolled, the tension was thick. De Niro started off with a theatrical smirk, clearly viewing the event as another chance to push his political viewpoints with charisma and contempt. He spoke of dangerous voices rising in America and subtly equated Leavitt's brand of politics with the death of democracy. Though he never mentioned her name, his pointed glances and tone made it clear who he meant. Karoline let him speak. She didn't flinch. She didn't interrupt. She waited. When it was her turn, she looked at him, steady, calm, respectful, and said, "Mr. De Niro, I've admired your films for years, but I think it's time we stop pretending that celebrity outrage is a substitute for informed debate." The room fell still. Even the moderator raised an eyebrow. De Niro chuckled, clearly rattled. "What would you know about democracy, sweetheart? You're barely old enough to rent a car." That's when it happened. Leavitt's face didn't change. No anger, no retreat. She leaned forward, and with the focus of a seasoned trial lawyer, she said, "I may not have starred in award-winning films, Mr. De Niro, but I've walked through towns gutted by bad policy. I've held the hands of mothers who can't afford insulin. I've sat with veterans who feel betrayed by a government they swore to protect. And I've done more than scream at a camera. I've fought for them every single day." The crowd murmured. De Niro shifted in his seat. She continued, "You've used your fame to speak out, and that's your right. But don't confuse passion with policy. Don't confuse applause with understanding, and don't ever think that because someone is young or conservative, they don't love this country just as much as you do." De Niro's expression tightened. He tried to respond, fumbling into a monologue about protecting the soul of America, but the energy had shifted. Viewers weren't watching an actor perform anymore. They were watching a woman defend her generation's place at the table. The interview wrapped up with tension still in the air. De Niro refused to shake Karoline's hand. Cameras captured his frustrated exit, his face red, his steps fast. Within hours, clips of the exchange exploded across sea.